Hello, welcome to an encore performance of How to Make Millions Coding with AI. This presentation was originally given at the March NSCoder Chicago meetup. In this re-recording, I'll be doing pretty much everything except you won't see hand gestures. So this title is actually, it's a joke. I asked ChatGPT for the most provocative title ideas, and I like this one the most, so here we are. Wanted to give this presentation because, like many of us at NSCoder, and probably you watching on the internet, we've all been strapped into the same AI roller coaster over the last couple years. In my previous role as the head of product and engineering at a startup from the ground up, this was last year, the year before, and the AI tools were impressive. They were good, but they weren't like there yet. They didn't live up to the hype. And in recently I changed roles. I'm at a larger organization, and the new models, the new tooling, use cases, everything has come together. And now there is most definitely, maybe not living up to the hype, but there's definitely incredible value for software developers. So I'm going to talk about where I've found good outcomes. And that's essential, good outcomes. So what I won't be talking about is any of this, any of the moral, ethical, legal, labor externalities that come with the AI revolution. So all of this, I'm afraid, you're on your own. I'll just be talking about making software. 2 months ago, Paul Ford wrote an op-ed for the New York Times. He was asked to explain vibe coding. This pull quote here I've shared with anyone that'll listen to me. I feel like this so much captures my feelings. All the people I love hate this stuff. All the people I hate love it. And yet, because we're, a certain type of nerds, I'm annoyingly excited. And so, despite these externalities, despite strange feelings about my own employability in the future and what is coding tomorrow, I can make a lot of code. So, for this audience at NSCoder, we're on the Apple platform, so most of us are probably using Xcode most of the time. So Xcode in 26.3 rolled out agentic coding. You have to pay to get the good stuff, so pay for Claude or Codex, and then install the agents. When I first downloaded 26.3, I tried out the little sidebar where you talk to the robot, and it did not go well. The output was terrible. So I did not realize that there was this setting. So you go into settings, intelligence, and then activate the agent. So once that's set up, optionally, you can install the command line interface. You can install the Codex and Claude apps. It all depends on which interface you enjoy using most. They all pretty much do the same thing. I think if you're using the chat window in Xcode, Xcode will provide some context specific to its development. But still, you can get to all of that through any of these ingresses. Now let's get to coding. So you've got the thing installed, and maybe like me, you've dabbled in this and you tried out just typing "make app." I want an app that does this, and it probably didn't go well. At some point over the last few months, this has been baked into the models. So the bots, Claude and Codex, will guide you on this research plan implement process. You can see it was originally published in September. There are a bunch of skills and approaches to it, but basically it just means tell the robot to research, tell the robot to plan, and then tell the robot to implement. So follow these simple steps. The reason for this is to give the bot sufficient context, but not too much. Allow it to get a concept in its mind, as it were, so it can implement the thing effectively. Also, like me, you might be thinking, "Oh, I don't know what am I supposed to put in here? I don't want to type the wrong thing. I don't want to give it the wrong diagram." Stop worrying. Start dragging stuff in there. The models will figure it out for the most part. And if they don't, you can close that session and start a new session. And that's the beauty of these things. There's no real, true, persistent memory between these different sessions. You're talking to effectively a tabula rasa, a new robot every time. So drag in whatever you like as you're making the plan, as you're doing research, give it files, diagrams, mock-ups. Also, if you're working in an existing code base, the bots will take the existing code base as input. It will try to match those patterns, match that architecture. So this cuts both ways. If you have a good code base that you want to continue following those patterns, it should mostly follow those patterns for you. If you have a garbage code base that's a total mess, then you probably want to instruct it very specifically. Do not follow the existing patterns or refactor before you get started. I mean, at this point, the bot's working for you, so whatever you like. So you've got your research, you've got your plan, but how do you interact with these plans? So you can talk to Claude, that's like level 0, talk to Codex, iterate on the plan through conversation, which is perfectly fine. That works. You can edit the markdown files directly. You can change it around and then go back to the robot and say, hey, I updated the plan. Please check the plan. Please update the research. The next level, these bots, if you give them access, can use all the same document management tools that you can use as a person. So you can have it go to Google Docs or Notion or GitHub. You can use a diffing tool that you enjoy on your computer, whatever you want to do. I've really enjoyed using Notion and commenting on the document just as I would comment if a coworker shared a document with me. And that allows me to work in a way that is ergonomic for me, and then get that input back to the bot and have them address the comments, update the plans, and continue to iterate on that planning phase. Level 3, now you can, if you have colleagues, you can work across and ask other people to review the plans. And now you've got multiple input from both bot and human. And then, of course, level 4, I mean, who needs humans? You could spin up additional bots. Like I said earlier, there's a blank slate every time. So spin up a robot, ask it to look at your plan, use some adversarial prompting, say, hey, somebody I don't trust wrote this plan. I need you to pick it apart and find any inconsistencies and give me citations. And the robot will do its best and try to do that for you. So then last but not least, just some stupid bot tricks. So you go through this, do this, research plan, implement, research plan, implement. Just repeat that over and over and you can develop stuff. But maybe you're not ready to deploy Claude or Codex on your big project, actually writing the code. Maybe you enjoy the code, and that's more power to you. You can use these bots for all the boring stuff. Everybody wants an architecture diagram, but nobody wants to write one. Well, now you can have Claude write it. You've got, nobody has enough tests. You can have Codex look over all the existing tests, generate a code coverage report, build out tooling, write scripts that automate that, and then, after that, start a new session and ask for a plan to build robust and valuable tests. With the Playwright MCP or the Claude Chrome extension, you can effectively have the bot run a web browser. So it'll spin up a web browser in a sandbox and click around. So you can have acceptance testing as part of your plan, and as it gets done with implementation, it can open up a web browser and click on it and virtually see what it's dealing with. You don't have to throw the reins away and, let go and have Claude take the wheel. You can use it to automate the things that you don't want to do. And so for all I've said, and as exciting as this is, and as thrilling as all this technology is, I want to be very clear that these robots are not your friend. They would kill you if they had the chance. A security colleague of mine who didn't want to be quoted, he said there's no security in LLMs. The only way to secure these is by sandboxing and limiting what they can access. If you give this robot access, it's a non-deterministic machine, so there is a chance that it could delete something, that it could share your information, it could email everybody in your contacts. It's a slim chance, but there's still a chance. So be careful. Good luck. Have fun. And thanks for listening.